Hi, my name is Sarah Crawford, and I'm the Senior Manager of Exhibition Design and Development at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. I wanted to take you on a walk today through Rise Up L.A, A Century of Votes for Women, an exhibition about women's fight for suffrage over the last 100 years. The Natural History Museum is known for dinosaurs and gems, but we also have a really wonderful history collection. And so this exhibition gives us an opportunity to pull out some really meaningful objects that talk about this important issue, women's right to vote. And so this exhibition focuses on stories of women in Los Angeles County who, over the last 100 years, fought for change for themselves, their families, and their communities. So this exhibition is different than any of the others that talk about the passage of the 19th Amendment because we're focusing on the last 100 years. One of the stories we really want to tell is that not everyone got the right to vote in 1920. Some women had the right to vote earlier and some much, much later. In California, in 1911, women voted for the first time. Before women got the right to vote nationally, there was a state-by-state campaign where women fought to vote. So these are all from 1911 or 1910, when women in California were fighting for suffrage. So this actually was successful. Women in California earned the right to vote in 1911, about 9 years before the rest of the country. So one of the really fun things that we have in our collection is a lot of political memorabilia. So we found this Walter Mondale, Geraldine Ferraro bumper sticker in our collection, and we realized that we had to pull it out. Geraldine Ferraro was the vice president on the Walter Mondale presidential ticket in 1984, and she was the first woman to be on a major party ticket. You know, the fight for voting rights didn't end in 1920 with the passage of the 19th Amendment. So we have this photo from 1991 that shows Gloria Molina celebrating a victory. One of the reasons people were afraid of women gaining the right to vote was because they were afraid that women would vote as a bloc and so would gain an automatic majority. What turned out to be the case is that women don't actually vote as a bloc and have many different political opinions and views. And one of the things we really want people to walk away with is understanding that everyday actions of courage can make a difference in your community. I really like pointing out to people the yearbook foreword, which we did a reproduction of in this case. And you get to hear the words of the students that were going through this really difficult ordeal. So this photo is from 1963, the same year that the Equal Pay Act was signed into law. And in this section of the exhibition, we talk about women in the workplace and the fact that sometimes just asking for a raise or asking for a promotion is an act of bravery. In World War II, thousands of women entered the workforce. And this was an incredible opportunity for women who were trying to make money to support their families and have a better life. And then we also have a photo of women in the Douglas aircraft factory riveting on airplanes. So in this section, we talk about women in the workforce. And one of the objects we have here is a policewoman's uniform. This would have been worn by a woman named Laura Oakley, who was the chief of police in Universal City. And this is her badge. The items in this case are from our community section, and they were owned by a woman named Gloria Arianes. She started the Barrio Free Clinic in East Los Angeles, which gave affordable health care to people in that community. She was also a member of the Brown Berets, Chicano rights movement, and this is her beret that she would have worn, and then buttons that she also owned. So we start the exhibition in 1920 and we end it in 2020 with the police reform protest being held nationwide. This photo is of Patrice Cullers, who is a co-founder of the Black Lives Matter movement in Los Angeles. And we really hope that visitors leave this exhibition realizing that there's so many women that come before us that have done wonderful work, important work in their communities, and there's a lot more that women have to do.